Aquarius, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Changing Phases Tarot. I'm here to get into your April 2025 monthly tarot overview. For the reading, I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. If I need to clarify, I'll be pulling clarifiers from the Zillich Tarot, and at the end, I'll pull one additional card from the Soul's Journey deck for an additional message. Again, hopefully the messages will resonate. If they don't, I encourage you to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising. By watching all of them, you'll have a more complete overview of the energy surrounding you at this time. And if you do enjoy the reading today, I would really appreciate it if you give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Not only do I appreciate it, but it also helps the algorithm. All right, so let's get started. So you have at the center of your spread, wow, starting strong with the Star card. This is Major Arcana number 17, and it's also associated with your sign. So you showing up very strongly here at the center of your spread. The Star card has to do with wish fulfillment, right? It's you've put your intentions out into the universe, and now this is, manifesting. So you're starting to actually see those dreams turn into reality. It's also a card of healing. So, wish fulfillment is at the center of your month. You have what could help or hinder the Nine of Wands. And this, sometimes it's referred to as like the wounded warrior card. You can see that the woman, she is kind of sitting, taking a rest, but she is still vigilant. She has the wands surrounding her there. And it sometimes shows up when, you've nearly reached whatever the goal is, or, whatever the cycle is. You've nearly reached the ending of it, but there might be one final challenge or one final hurdle that you have to conquer or to go over before you can get there. The Suit of Wands has to do with, it can be the work that we do. It's also creative projects and endeavors, our own drive, determination, ambition, relating to those things in our life. And so with this hindering or helping the Star card, there just might be one, it's not that it's not coming in. It is coming in, but there might be either, sort of a delay or a slight hiccup regarding whatever this, this star energy is. And we'll see as we move through the reading if we need to clarify anything. You have in the deep past the Two of Swords. So this, for many of you, you've already experienced this energy. This is sometimes referred to as the stalemate card. So it's needing to make a decision about, however it plays out in your life, right? So whether you're deciding about a job, deciding about, a relationship, whether you should, go on a trip or not go on a trip, well, however it plays out for you. The Two of Swords indicates that for whatever reason, you think that you don't have all of the information that you need to make that decision. And you can see the woman on the card. She's in a very defensive pose. She has her hands crossed across her chest with the sword. She's blindfolded, but, she could easily remove the blindfold so that she could see the situation for what it is. She's carrying these two swords, which, swords, the Suit of Swords has to do with communication. It's our intellect. It's, our thoughts, how we get those thoughts across to other people. So, she actually has everything sort of that she needs to be able to make the decision. But for whatever reason, things just aren't clear. She's, thinks that she doesn't have this information in order to do so. In the recent past, you have the King of Wands. Could be dealing with, and again, this, it sits in the recent past. You might have already experienced this, or it could be coming in around the beginning of the month, but dealing with an older fire sign individual. Could be a father figure, a father of your own children, or just a more mature fire sign person. Doesn't necessarily have to be male, right? Could be male or female. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And, he is, he's a very strong, very charismatic energy. If there is a new project or a new path that you need to set off on, this is certainly the energy that you would need. And he has the clarity of mind. You see the crystal ball showing up on the card here. So he has great vision, right? So if this isn't a person that you have been dealing with, could be you, right, taking on the energy of this King of Wands, which would certainly get you out of this Two of Swords kind of stuck mentality. In the crowning position, message from your higher self, you have the Five of Swords. And so, that's interesting that it sits opposite the Two of Swords, where you have the Two of Swords sort of stuck in her back. And then the person here, he's kind of getting away with the Three Swords there. And so it's, having won a battle, but at what cost? So somebody ended up getting hurt in the process. So we will clarify, but there could have been, and this is, again, sitting in the crowning position, there could be some type of, there is a sort of an achievement in some sense. Like, you can see that he thinks that he's getting away here, right? He's stealing away with the Three of Swords, but again, at what cost? So who ended up getting hurt? In the near future, you have the Seven of Cups, and the Suit of Cups deals with our feelings, our emotions, relationships. The Seven, it can be where you have many, many options, right? And there are so many options that they're kind of all up in the air, and it's all very dreamy, daydreamy type energy, because each of the cups that you see on the card, they hold something that this woman, could find pleasurable, enjoyable, might be interested in. It could be one cup is a job offer, another cup is a relationship, another cup is something that she enjoys, doing in her spare time, just giving examples. But, by not picking one of the cups, she's missing out on this holy grail, while they're all just, she's sort of thinking, oh, that would all be nice, that would be nice, that would be nice, until she actually picks one of the cups and goes for that particular cup. They are all just, up in the air, dreamy type of energy. So there's a need to make a decision when the Seven of Cups shows up. You appear in the reading as the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a major arcana. It's associated with the earth sign of Taurus. So you might be dealing with a Taurus as well. But, the Hierophant is, as you can see on the card, he's this religious figure, represents sort of the church, which obviously is a large religious institution. So it also represents, institutions as a whole. The fact that large institutions typically follow, rules, regulations. So it's that conforming, right? So there could be something to do with needing to conform, or possibly not wanting to conform, with whether this is to do with a job or, just conforming in general to societal norms. The Hierophant, it can also be if you've been accepted into, for example, into a program. So whether you might have been accepted into a university course of study. So going to university or going back to university, and surrounding you and your environment. Wow, you have another 10. This is probably the worst card, I think, in the deck, but don't worry, we will clarify. Okay, so in your surroundings, so it seems like, and also with this Five of Swords crowning you, it seems like there could be there could be someone in your environment, in your surroundings, who might be trying to kind of sabotage what it is that you are trying to do. Obviously with the tens in the tarot, they are endings, which is a good thing in the case of this 10 of Swords, because no, it looks horrible, right? She has 10 swords in her back there. So obviously some type of, betrayal or some type of attack. She's been attacked here, but it only goes up from here. This is the worst. It's the bottom of the barrels and bottom of the situation. And it can only go up from here. The tens revert back around to the Ace of Swords, which is, acing an Ace of Swords will be a blessing. It'll be that clarity of mind. If there's going back to the decision here, if there was a decision to be made, you would have the clarity of mind and sort of that epiphany, that aha moment. So we'll keep going, and then obviously I will clarify. Okay, you have in your hopes and fears the Five of Cups, so another 5. And the Five of Cups is about, not focusing on or not dwelling on what has not worked out for you, right? And because by doing that, you're missing out on, again, this idea of don't miss out on an opportunity. We have the Two of Cups, which is, the Two of Cups is a soulmate card. So missing out on a beautiful relationship, a beautiful opportunity, a beautiful partnership, but in some way missing out because you are focusing all of your energies and your attention on a disappointment, on something that has not worked out for you. And, oh, I like to see this. This is good for the outbound energy. Beautiful card. Major Arcana number 21. This is the World card associated with the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn, again, might be playing a significant role as you head out of April into the month of May. There could be an international component to this, obviously, with it being the World. There could be travel. You could be traveling to another country, dealing with people from, another country or from a different culture than you are. But the World represents a huge chapter coming to an end, right? It's the closing out of one particularly long chapter or cycle in your life, and then a new one beginning. After the World card, Major Arcana, the Major Arcanas go back around to the Fool, the Zero card, and it's the Fool starting off on a brand new journey. So new journeys, new beginnings coming in for you. And you have at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles, who is, this is the, and if we look, if we look immediately, I'll just pull these three. They kind of stand out here, really four. But we'll take these three from the bottom of the deck. So immediately, right at the bottom, we have the Queen of Pentacles, who again is earth energy. We just said about the Capricorn there. So it might be dealing with, or there might be a Capricorn, older or mature Capricorn, female possibly, but doesn't necessarily have to be female. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, might be playing a significant role this month. But the Suit of Pentacles, it's the, everything here in the material realm. So it's the money that we earn from the work that we do. It's our home, our family. And, she's kind of the earth mother, right? She's in this beautiful green garden, all the crystals surrounding her. So as the Queen of Pentacles, she's very resourceful, very good with her money. She's very good at taking care of her family, right? But taking care of them in a very tangible way. So probably loves, cooking for them and caring for them. You have immediately beneath her the Page of Cups, which can be, this news coming in, news of an offer. And then we have the Chariot, Major Arcana number 7, which is victory. And it's victory that is hard fought for, right? It was difficult. Victory after a battle. It also represents movement across land. So there is victory coming in here, but we will go ahead and clarify, because there are, a couple of difficult energies here. So I think we'll go ahead and let me just shuffle the cards here. So Spirit, please clarify the messages for Aquarius for the month of April 2025. We won't clarify the entire reading, only the cards that really stood out here. So the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, okay? So clarifying the reading for April 2025 for the air sign Aquarius. Okay, we'll do one last shuffle, Aquarius. And divide the deck. Okay, so clarifying the Two of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. So that's just a repeater from what you had at the top there. Yeah, so there's this decision. It's, it sits opposite this Five of Swords. So there could be something to do with, a betrayal in the sense that somebody, you won, you beat somebody out, but at what cost? You have the Five of Swords is, it's clarified by the Nine of Swords, which again is not great energy. This is the being kept up at night, just worrying, thinking things over and over and over. So there's a lot of mental anguish surrounding a decision. And then if there was a decision that in some way, it's like you beat somebody out for something, but at what cost? Or possibly somebody, they beat you out for something, but at what cost? So, sometimes that it's like you've won the argument, but at what cost? You ended up, that person, maybe they feel that they won the argument, but then they ended up losing your friendship. So there's something along those lines with the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords. Yeah, see, look at all these swords. Clarifying the Ten of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords, which is, in this deck, it's called interference. And the Eight of Swords, kind of similar to the Two of Swords. The Eight of Swords, it usually shows a woman who is blindfolded and kind of tied up and she's in a prison of swords. But remember, swords, it's air energy, so it is just our thoughts, it's our mind. So in this sort of mental prison, thinking that she's incapable of getting out of that prison, but she could easily remove the blindfold, move in between the swords. She could get out of it, but thinking that she's in there's this mental prison. So there's a lot of cerebral energy. Then clarifying this Five of Cups is progression to the Six of Cups, which is something to do with the past. It could be reconnecting with people from the past, going back to somewhere where you used to live, where you used to work. There's also a sort of a past life connection as well with the Six of Cups. It can be going back to something to do with your childhood, reconnecting with people from your childhood. And the cautionary message of the Six of Cups is that, not everything that you think back on, these fond memories, if you are thinking about getting back with another person or going back to somewhere where you used to live or used to work, we just be careful, because we tend to look back on those things with rose-colored glasses, as if they were better than what they actually might have been, right? Let me go ahead. I'll just pull just on the center card here, this Nine of Wands, because it is about this, one last hurdle. And what could that be to do with? And you have the Six of Discs, Success, which is the Six of Pentacles, which is a card that has to do with financial balance. So balance being restored, right? Having enough, financially speaking. So this, sometimes when this shows up, it's a give and take. There could be getting a loan, repaying a loan. Somebody comes to you for a loan or is repaying a loan to you. But it's a balancing and evening out of your finances. But again, in this deck, it's called Success. So just tying it all together here, it does look like there's quite a bit of mental anguish. I mean, all of the clarifiers that came out. Oh, I'm sorry. This one, I said that incorrectly. So the Two of Swords, the clarifier that came out on the Two of Swords, it wasn't the Five of Swords. It was the Five of Wands. I apologize for that. So this is, it's called Strife in this deck, but the Five of Wands is fire energy. So it's to do with the signs, or can be dealing with the signs of Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And it usually represents if you are going up against other people, like in say you're going out for a job, a job interview, and it's you're all trying to beat each other out for that particular position. So in this deck, it's called Strife, but it's certainly not as it's not as hurtful or harmful as the Five of Swords, because the wands, they're just holding the wands. They're trying to sort of challenge each other, but it's more about vying for that top position. So with that clarifying the Two of Swords, there could be, there could have been a decision about going for a new job. So I do feel that, again, there's a lot of mental energy here, even though that is a wands instead of swords. But we had the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Swords, right? Clarifying the Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. But if we take those cards out, right, and just focus on like what you have coming in here, what's at the center of your spread, which is the Star card, which, although it's not the sun, because when the sun comes out in the reading, it does kind of cancel out, a lot of the negative energies of the other cards. The Star card still is wish fulfillment, right? And it's a card of healing, which I like to see with the Swords cards, because mental anguish, it's a lot of these cards are difficult energies. So we have the central healing energy of the Star card, and ultimately wish fulfillment, because then if we go off of, the wish fulfillment to the World card, so new cycles. So this cycle, and it probably has been a particularly long and difficult cycle, especially with the Nine of Wands showing up here. It shows that you've been at something for quite a long time. But we have, you know, great stable energy of this Queen of Pentacles here. Again, this new offer with the Page of Cups and the Chariot of Victory. So, you know, I feel that it could, even if it doesn't come in until the latter part of the month, things are definitely, you know, it is a month of healing and it's a month of improvement for you. Let's go ahead and take one additional message. So one additional message for Aquarius. What else does Aquarius need to know for the month of April? Okay, we'll do one last shuffle. Okay, and you have relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. I love that. And we have the flower of life here. I love the colors. It's yellows, right? Very, we have yellow on the star card down here as well, and yellow with this disc of six of discs. So beautiful relationships. Let me read the full meaning for the card for you. And it says, in this three-dimensional world in which we live, there is a sense that we are separate from one another and also that we meet by chance. This is an illusion. The people in our lives are drawn to us and are here for a reason. It is through sharing experiences and having relationships with others that we begin to understand ourselves. When someone appears in your life, you must see what is not resolved or whole in the person and understand the lessons he or she brings home to you. You draw others to you like magnets in order to learn various aspects of yourself. The people you have close relationships with on earth are usually members of your soul family. You have chosen to incarnate together to help each other learn lessons, even though it may not seem that way to you now. Once a lesson is learned, don't be surprised if that person fades away. People are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And yeah, that's interesting. We did have the Six of Cups come out, which can be the, you know, the past life type of connection. So interesting messages. So I do hope that they've helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month. Bye for now.